Well, hello and welcome to Kingdom Today. This programme's theme is very much social enterprise. We've got Julie Samuels from the Ecology Centre coming on, but my first guest today is Carolynn Cruickshank-Gray from Fife Council. Hello, Carolynn.
Hiya, Graeme.
Hello, can you tell me a bit about your own role within Fife Council in terms of supporting social enterprise business?
Yes, my official title is an Economic Advisor for Social Enterprise Startup, which means my business card's this size. No, a joke, it's a normal size business card. But the role came about from some research that was done by the Fife Social Economy Partnership, which is made up from members of Fife Council, social enterprises, third sector. And from that research, they decided that there was probably a niche that needed filled to support social enterprises from the start-up stage to up to 2 years. I'm just about coming up to my first year in post now, and there has been a huge interest in the post, and I have been able to help support groups go forward, and there is now another year's funding for the post. I help people it's really about forming their ideas, so it might be a tiny wee kernel they've got around it, might be a social enterprise. And so we meet anywhere that's suitable for them. We talk it through. Some people go away and they might decide to be sole traders. Some I take the groups forward and we work together over a longer period of time.
There are, of course, challenges for social enterprise. Sometimes traditional banking, even traditional business, are sometimes suspicious of social enterprise.
Absolutely, totally agree with you. Sometimes when I work with a group, we try to get them some pot of funding to either look at a feasibility study or do a pilot project. And the initial need for that is to have a bank account. Now, over the past year, I've had 2 or 3 groups who have had a huge problem just opening a bank account with 2 signatures. However, to counteract that, just yesterday, I was then meeting the 25 relationship managers who work for one of our major banks, and really was invited in to explain what social enterprise is about, and to say to them they might be missing a trick here. There's money in social enterprises that aren't businesses, and they really need to start understanding it, or they could lose customers from it. So yes, you're right, there is a misunderstanding, and part of the post from the FSEP and myself is to be out there and educating people about what a social enterprise is.
Now, one of our local social enterprises, the Ecology Centre of Kinghorn, have recently been awarded a very large award from the lottery. Is that something you welcome?
Oh, absolutely. The Ecology Centre is one of our major social enterprises in Fife, and show just what can be done through being a social enterprise and doing it very well.
If there's a social enterprise out there watching this, or somebody thinking about setting up a social enterprise, how can they get in touch with you?
I am actually based at the townhouse. My number is 08451 55 55 55 471 876, and somebody would answer that phone even if I'm not there and take their information, and I would get back to them immediately, and we could arrange that initial meeting to see if we can go forward.
Well, thank you very much, Carolynn, for coming on the show.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
I'm now joined by Julie Samuel from the Ecology Centre in Kinghorn. Hello, Julie. Thanks for coming on the show. First of all, before we talk about your very exciting award, can you tell me a bit about the Ecology Centre?
Yeah, sure, Graeme. The Ecology Centre, as you say, is based in Kinghorn, beside Kinghorn Loch, and we are a provider of environmental education, of volunteering opportunities, of teacher training, and we also have an enterprise side which makes us a social enterprise, and our enterprise company creates and designs outdoor wooden products, and we also advise schools and community organisations on developing their outdoor areas.
A lot of excitement recently in the local press, lots of people from Fife voting in and from other parts of Scotland. BBC Scotland ran a kind of competition to basically choose an organisation to get lottery funding, and you won. Can you tell us exactly what the award is and what you're going to do with the funding?
Yeah, can, Graeme, it is. It's very exciting, and it's all down to all those people that voted for us, so we would like to take the opportunity to thank all of them. The actual project is called Environmentors, and the whole primetime competition that the lottery and the BBC won was about involving over 50s, and because as the population changes, we've got a lot of over 50s in Scotland now and in the years to come. So they were looking at projects that are going to help improve the mental health and well-being of over 50s. So our project was about setting up a mentoring programme so older people could come and be involved at the centre as volunteers and pass on their skills to the younger generation. So helping younger people improve their employability opportunities and be able to pass on skills, which could be about gardening, it could be about writing a CV, it could be about letter writing, it could be about work ethic, a whole range of things that the over 50s have a lot of experience in, but younger people may need some help in those areas.
If anybody wanted to get involved in that project or even get involved with the Ecology Centre, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, there's a couple of ways. Our website is www.theecologycentre.org and our phone number is 01592 891 567.
Well, thank you very much for coming on to Kingdom Today.
Thank you very much,
Well,
Graeme.
that's the end of today's edition of Kingdom Today. Do keep navigating the Channel 5 website and you'll see lots of various stories coming up on there.